All right, so we're back for another deep dive. And today
Mm.
we're going to be looking at something that's, well, it's pretty disheartening, actually.
Oh,
Um, we're looking into this company called Cliqly,
I'm okay.
and it's a platform for affiliate marketing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, the idea is you can earn commissions by promoting products and services online.
Yeah, sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
In theory.
Right, like on the surface, it sounds
Yeah.
like a pretty good deal. But
Great.
we've got a mountain of customer reviews here,
Okay.
and they paint a pretty troubling picture.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And one of the things that just jumps out right away is
Mm-hmm.
how many people are saying they just aren't getting paid.
Really?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
they're not getting the commissions they're owed.
Wow.
And it's not just a couple of isolated complaints.
Mm.
It seems like it's a really widespread issue.
That's a shame because, it's one thing if a company's got like a few hiccups here and there, but when it's
Yeah.
widespread like that, it makes you wonder what's really going on.
Yeah. And it's not even just about the money, you know?
Right.
Like you think about the emotional impact of this.
Yeah.
These people are getting their hopes up. They're
Mm-hmm.
working hard. They're putting in the effort.
Yeah, they think they found a way to, maybe supplement their income or even.
Right. Or even make a living.
Yeah, exactly. And then to have that rug pulled out from under you.
It's got to be devastating.
I mean, talk about feeling betrayed and taken advantage of.
Absolutely, especially for people who are really relying on this income,
Yeah.
to make
Huh.
ends meet.
Yeah.
We actually came across this one review from a guy named Fred Uliano.
Okay.
He's a disabled senior, and he was so excited about the idea of being able to, earn some extra money.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been waiting since June for a $300 payment.
Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine?
No, that's awful.
Like the disappointment and the stress that must be causing.
Especially for someone on a fixed income,
Yeah.
every dollar counts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it seems like he's not alone at all.
Right.
There's another guy, Larry Franchi, who says he hasn't received a single payment since December of 2023,
Wow.
despite sending, I don't know, how many support tickets.
Really?
Yeah. And then there's this woman, Leanne Cotting.
Okay.
She claims over $500,000 is owed to various users.
$500,000.
That's what she says.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's a crazy amount of money.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's just mind-boggling.
And, it's not just the financial loss either.
Right.
Like Maria Karagunis, who says she's owed $32,000.
Wow.
She talks about the time and the effort that she put in,
Mm.
all the missed opportunities.
Yeah.
She feels like she was really betrayed by a company that she trusted.
That's so sad.
It really is. And it's, like you said before, it's not just numbers on a screen.
Right.
These are real people's lives.
Real people with real struggles, and, maybe they saw this as a way to kind of
Yeah.
get ahead or at least stay afloat. And to have that taken away, it's just wrong.
It really is. And then there's this guy, Demeth, from Sri Lanka,
Okay.
who's invested over $200, and he's anxiously waiting for his first payment.
Oh, so he hasn't even seen a dime yet.
Nope, not a single dime.
And he's already put money in.
Yeah, he's just hoping that Cliqly is legitimate.
Oh, gosh. I mean, the uncertainty he must be feeling.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what makes it even worse
What was
is
that?
the lack of communication from Cliqly.
Ah, really?
Yeah, like a lot of users complain about unanswered support tickets
Hmm.
and just a general lack of transparency from the company.
So they're not even getting any kind of explanation or acknowledgement?
Not really, no.
Wow.
There's this guy, Brian Rooney. He describes Bobby Jones's webinars.
Okay.
Bobby Jones is the CEO.
Okay.
He describes these webinars as just like one-sided broadcasts
Hmm.
with no opportunity to ask questions or anything.
So there's no live Q&A, no
Yeah.
interaction.
No, it's like they're avoiding any real interaction with their users.
That's so strange.
It is pretty strange, right?
I mean, if a company's legitimate
Yeah,
and they're operating ethically, why wouldn't they want to answer questions from their users?
exactly.
It's like they're hiding something.
Yeah, and this lack of transparency has led some reviewers to use some pretty strong language.
Like what?
Well, I've got Darnell Curtis, who just flat out calls Bobby Jones a crook
Oh, wow.
and demands his arrest.
Wow, okay.
Then there's Manvet. Manvet, he claims that any positive reviews you see online are paid for.
Oh, really?
Yeah, basically just a cover-up for what's really going on.
So he's saying they're manipulating their online image.
Exactly.
That's pretty sneaky.
And then Ellen, she believes the company is either insolvent at best
Oh.
or engaging in criminal activity at worst.
Wow, those are some serious accusations.
Yeah, and it really highlights the level of anger and distrust
Yeah.
among Cliqly's users.
I mean, you can't blame them for feeling that way,
No, not at all.
especially if they've lost money and they're not getting any answers. It's a recipe for frustration and resentment.
All right, so let's talk about this Bobby Jones guy.
Oh, okay, the CEO.
Yeah, the CEO of Cliqly,
Mm-hmm.
Brian Rooney, says that initially Jones presented himself as this successful businessman.
Yeah, a lot of these gurus
Mhm.
they try to project this image of success and wealth to kind of draw people in.
Right, and make them think
Right.
that they've got the secret to financial freedom.
Exactly. And, people are looking for that,
Yeah,
especially these days.
for sure.
So they're more susceptible to those kinds of pitches.
Yeah, but it seems like that image has been kind of tarnished now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with all these allegations of non-payment and deception.
Oh, that's a shame. I mean, it's one thing to present yourself as successful, but if
Mhm.
you're not actually delivering on your promises,
Yeah,
then that image is going to crumble pretty quickly.
exactly. And we've got Gail Forster. She directly criticizes Jones for ignoring pleas for help
Wow.
and basically stealing money from vulnerable people, including seniors.
It's one thing to take advantage of anyone, but to
Right.
prey on seniors who are often on fixed incomes and maybe more trusting,
Right.
that's just despicable.
It's really awful.
Yeah.
And then to make matters even worse,
Mm-hmm.
it seems like Cliqly is censoring their official Facebook page.
Really? What do you mean?
Yeah, Brian Rooney says that any negative comments about payment issues are quickly deleted.
So they're trying to silence anyone who's speaking out against them.
Exactly. It's like they're trying to control the narrative.
Wow. So they're not just ignoring their users, they're actively trying to suppress any negative feedback?
Yeah, it's pretty shady.
It really is. And it makes you wonder what else they're trying to hide.
Right, and this is in stark contrast to the unofficial Cliqly board that Gail Forster mentioned.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, it's basically this online forum where users can freely share their negative experiences
Hmm.
and offer support to each other.
So it's like a digital support group
Exactly.
for people who've been burned by Cliqly. That's both heartwarming and heartbreaking at the same time.
It is, right?
It's great that people are finding support from each other,
Yeah,
but it's also sad that such a space even needs to exist.
I know.
It really speaks volumes about the level of dissatisfaction and the lack of trust in Cliqly's official communication channels.
Yeah, it's like they've created this void, and then these users have had to fill it themselves.
Right. They're left to fend for themselves and figure things out on their own because the company's not providing any real support or answers.
And then on top of all of this,
There's more.
yeah, there's more.
Oh, boy.
Cliqly introduced this monthly fee of $19.77.
Okay, what's that for?
It's for something called Conversion House Media.
And what is that exactly?
Well, Cliqly claims that this fee will expedite payments.
Oh, okay, so they're charging people extra to get paid what they're already owed.
Essentially, yeah.
Wow, that's bold.
And they also claim it's to help address staffing issues.
Right, because apparently they don't have enough staff to process payments in a timely manner,
Yeah, that's their excuse.
but they have enough staff to come up with this new fee
Right.
and to collect it.
Exactly.
It just seems like another way to squeeze more money out of people.
It does, right?
Yeah.
And according to BizBoost Hub Support,
Hmm.
even those who pay the fee
Hmm.
are still experiencing delays.
So it's not even working?
Nope, not necessarily.
Wow, they're really adding insult to injury here.
They are, and then Brian Rooney actually traded in some of his owed commissions
Oh.
for credits,
Okay.
hoping to recoup some of his losses.
Right, make the best of a bad situation. And
Yeah.
what happened?
Well, he says that after he did that, his daily earnings plummeted.
Oh, no, so the credits were practically worthless.
Basically, yeah.
Wow, so not only are they not paying people on time, they're offering these bogus credits?
Yeah. And Brian Rooney believes that Bobby Jones knew this would happen.
So he thinks it was a deliberate tactic.
Yeah, like a way to manipulate users into accepting a worthless deal.
Just to avoid paying out what they owed.
Yeah,
That's messed up.
it is, and it really erodes any remaining trust in the company's leadership.
You would think they would want to at least try to maintain some semblance of trust,
You'd think so, right?
especially if they want to stay in business.
Yeah, but it seems like they're not too concerned about that.
I guess not.
You know, amidst all of this negativity, though,
Mm-hmm.
it's important to point out that not everyone has had a bad experience with Cliqly.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, there's this guy, Vusi Daniel Ranyawa-Bubu.
Okay.
He actually had a positive initial experience,
Mm-hmm.
and he remains optimistic despite the negative reviews that he's seen.
So he's still holding out hope.
Yeah, he even upgraded his membership.
Wow, he must really believe in the platform.
Yeah, he seems to.
That's interesting.
It is.
I mean, it just goes to show that not everyone's experience is going to be the same,
Right, yeah.
and that there are always going to be some people who have success, even on platforms that are problematic.
Exactly.
But it also makes you wonder if those early successes are just part of the strategy.
What do you mean?
Well, maybe they make sure to pay out some people early on to
Ah.
create this illusion of legitimacy.
Right, like a hook.
Exactly, to lure in more people.
Wow. That's a cynical thought.
It is, but unfortunately, I've seen it happen before.
Yeah, I guess you can't be too careful.
That's for sure.
It's a real shame, though, because, I mean, the idea of affiliate marketing,
Yeah,
it's a legitimate business model.
it is.
And it can be a great way for people to earn money online.
For sure, there are plenty of legitimate affiliate marketing platforms out there,
Right.
but it's so important to do your research
Absolutely.
and to be aware of the red flags.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that in part 2.
Okay, sounds good.